Data types in Excel 2016. In Excel, data can be categorized into 3 types. Let us learn about them. Label. Any text entered in Excel is called a label. It is used to define the information on the spreadsheet like heading of column, title and name. It can be alphabetic, numeric or alphanumeric text. By default, the label is always left aligned. We do not perform any mathematical calculations on labels. Some examples of labels are name X45FG 12-5LA Lakshay Ravi. Value. Any numeric data entered in Excel is called a value. These numerical entries are treated as fixed values in Excel. We can do mathematical calculations on numeric entries. By default, numeric values are always right-aligned. For example, 45, 85574. Formula. A formula is an expression that operates on the value or a range of cells and generates a result. To perform mathematical calculations, formula is entered in a cell. We perform arithmetic calculations on numeric values. The elements of a formula are references, a cell or a range of cells that you want to use in your calculation. Operators, symbols that specify the calculations to be performed. Constants, numbers or text values that do not change. Some points must be kept in mind while creating a formula. A formula must always begin with an equal sign. Operators must be presented to direct the operation. The data can be either numbers or cell addresses. Excel have maximum of 64 functions nesting levels. Operators in Excel 2016. Operators are the symbols that are used to perform calculations on the elements of a formula. There are 3 different types of operators: arithmetic, comparison and reference. Arithmetic operators. These operators perform basic mathematical operations. Some arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and exponential. Comparison operators. These operators are used to compare 2 values with the given set of operators. When 2 values are compared by using these operators, the result is either true or false. Some comparison operators are equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and not equal to. Reference operators. These operators are used to combine a range of cells. Some reference operators are colon operator, comma operator, union operator, space operator, and intersection operator. Operators precedence. In a numeric formula, the results of the formula are calculated based on the given order of precedence. First, colon, single space, comma. Second, percentage. Third, exponent. Fourth, multiplication and division. Fifth, addition and subtraction. Sixth, relational operators. Ways to enter a formula in Excel 2016. We can enter a formula in 2 ways. Enter formula directly in the cell. Enter formula in the cell after typing an equal to sign. Now, press Enter key to see the result of the formula in the cell. Enter formula in the formula bar. Select the cell and enter formula in the formula bar after typing an equal to sign. Now press Enter key to see the result. Cell range. A group of selected cells is called a cell range. The selected cells should be in continuation to form a range. Cell range is used to perform a calculation on multiple cells. The address of a range is created by using the starting and the ending cell addresses separated by a colon sign. For example, if we have selected the cells from B2 to E4, then the address of the range will be B2:E4. Selecting a cell range. We can select a range by using the mouse and by using the Shift key. By using the mouse, click in the first cell from which you want to start the range. Then press and hold the left mouse button and drag the mouse diagonally to select the desired range. Now release the mouse button. By using Shift key, click in the first cell from which you want to start the range. Then press and hold the Shift key down from the keyboard and click on the last cell up to which you want to make a selection. Now release the Shift key. Cell reference. A cell reference is a cell address that can be used in a formula to denote a specific cell. A formula may contain reference of other cells. In such case, the result of a formula depends on the values in the referenced cells. Cell references are especially helpful when you create complex formulas. There are three types of cell references used in Excel: relative, absolute, and mixed. Relative cell referencing. In relative cell reference, you actually refer to the cell that is above or below and left or right to a number of rows or columns. When a formula is copied to a new location in a worksheet, the value in the copied cell also changed. For example, a formula equal to A2 multiplied by B2 placed in cell C2 multiplies the values of cells A2 and B2. As we press the Enter key, the result of the multiplication of values in A2 and B2 is displayed in cell C2. If we copy the formula equal to A2 multiplied by B2 in cell C3, then the cell references in the formula equal to A2 multiplied by B2 change in relation to the new location of the formula, and the result is displayed according to the changed cell reference. Absolute cell referencing. In absolute cell referencing, cell references in a formula remains the same even if we copy and paste the formula to a new location. It is used when you maintain the original references as they were. For this, we need to use the $sign as a prefix before the column and row names in the formulas. For example, if we want the value of A1 to be constant when multiplying it with the cell of column B, absolute referencing will be used. When the formula in brackets equal to $A, $2 multiplied by $B, $2 in cell C1 is copied and pasted to C2, the values in cells A2 and B2 remain unchanged. Mixed cell referencing. A mixed cell reference refers to a specific row or column. It is basically a combination of relative and absolute references. There are times when we may want a part of cell reference to change when the formula is copied. In some situations, you may need to make the cell reference as mixed reference, so that you can lock either a column or a row by preceding it with the $symbol. For example, when the column letter changes, the row stays constant or vice versa. Functions. A function is a predefined formula in Excel. It starts with the equal to sign. Functions are used for computing complex calculations. There are many built-in functions provided by Excel. They accept arguments and return values. Arguments are inputs to the functions. The values should be given in between opening and closing parentheses. For example, sum A1:A5, A1 and A5 are arguments and sum is a function. Some rules for using functions are: all Excel functions must begin with equal to sign. Function name must be a valid Excel name. Function must be followed by opening and closing parentheses. Most of the functions must contain an argument within it. Let's discuss the categories of function. Mathematical functions. Some mathematical functions with their examples are given below. Function with purpose and example. Sum range. It returns the sum of a range. Input equal to sum 4, 8, 12, 16 in parentheses. Output 40. Product range. It multiplies the values in a range of cells. Input equal to product 4, 2, 8 in parenthesis. Output 64. Mod number, divisor. It returns the remainder after a number is divided by the divisor. Input equal to mod 8, 5 in parenthesis. Output 3. SQRT number. It returns the square root of the given number. Input equal to SQRT 81 in parenthesis. Output 9. INT number. It rounds number to an integer value. Input equal to INT 14.25 in parenthesis. Output 14. Power number, power. It returns the result of a number raised to some power. Input equal to power 5, 3 in parenthesis. Output 125. Count range. It returns the count of the number of values in the selected range. Input equal to count 4, 8, 12 in parenthesis. Output 3. Round number, number of digits. It returns a number after rounding to the specified digits. Input equal to round 35.666, 2 in parenthesis. Output 35.67. ABS number. It returns the absolute value of a given number. Input equal to ABS minus 25 in parenthesis. Output 25. Let us understand this by taking an example of sum function. Perform the following steps. First, select an empty cell to hold the sum of the numbers. Second, click on Formulas tab. Third, click on Insert Function option. Fourth, click on OK button. Fifth, type the arguments in the number fields, which are the range of cells, to find the sum of their contents. Sixth, click on OK button. Text functions. Some text functions with their examples are given below. Function with their purpose and example. Concatenate. Text 1, text 2. It joins together two or more different text strings. Input equal to concatenate touch, pad in parenthesis. Output touchpad. Left. Text, num underscore chars. It returns the specified number of characters from the left side of the text string. Input equal to left touch, 3 in parenthesis. Output TOU. Right. Text, num underscore chars. It returns the specified number of characters from the right side of the text string. Input equal to right touch, 3 in parenthesis. Output UCH. Len text. It returns the length of the text string. Input equal to len touch in parenthesis. Output 5. Upper text. It converts the text string into uppercase. Input equal to upper touch in parenthesis. Output touch in uppercase. Lower text. It converts the text string into lowercase. Input equal to lower touch in parenthesis. Output touch in lowercase. For example, concatenate function. First, type this data. Second, type equal to concatenate A1, B1 in parenthesis function to concatenate two strings using cell reference. Logical functions. Some logical functions with their examples are given below. Function with its purpose and example. Max range. It returns the largest value in the given range. Input equal to max 4, 16, 12, 9 in parenthesis. Output 16. Min range. It returns the smallest value in the given range. Input equal to min 4, 16, 12, 9 in parentheses, output 4. Average range. It returns the average of a range of values. Input equal to average 10, 12, 14 in parentheses, output 12. If condition, value 1, value 2. It checks whether the given condition met and returns value 1 if the condition evaluates to true and returns value 2 if the condition evaluates to false. Percentage equal to 80. Input equal to if percentage greater than equal to 50, passed, failed in parentheses. Output passed. For example, max function. First, type this data. Second, type equal to max B3 : F3 in parentheses function in the cell G3. Now press enter key and maximum marks appear in the cell G3. Similarly, we can find the minimum marks by using the min function. Date and time functions. Some date and time functions with their examples are given below. Function with its purpose and example. Today, it returns the current date. Input equal to today, parentheses, output today's date. Month today, it returns the current month. Input equal to month today in parentheses, output current month. Year today, it returns the current year. Input equal to year today in parentheses, output current year. Day today, it returns the current day. Input equal to day today in parentheses, output 23. Output current day. Now, it returns the current system date and time. Input equal to now, parentheses. Output current system date and time. Hour, time. It returns the hour from a given time. Input equal to hour, now, parentheses. Output 11. Minute, time. It returns the minutes from a given time. Input minute now, output minutes from the given time. For example, today function. Type equal to today parentheses in this cell. Press enter key, the current date appears in the cell. Common errors in functions. We may get an error while performing calculations using functions. Some common errors are: error with meaning and troubleshooting tip. 4 times hash. The column is not wide enough to display the number. Increase the width of the column. Hashtag div/o exclamation mark. Division by 0 is an invalid operation. Change the divider to a non-zero value. Hashtag value exclamation mark. The formula contains an invalid operation. Check if the data type is the same in all the referred cells. Hashtag n/a. Data is not available. Check if the data is entered in the cell. Hashtag name ? The function name is not recognized by Excel. Check and correct the function name. Hashtag ref ! The cell reference is not valid. Check and correct the cell ranges. Hashtag num ! The formula or function contains invalid numeric values. Ensure there are no special symbols such as $ or % being used with the number. Charts. Representing data in the pictorial form has always been considered as a good medium to attract the attention of readers. Charts in Excel are the pictorial representation of data and are also called graphs. It is much simpler for us to observe patterns in the form of charts or graphs rather than looking at textual data. Advantages of charts. Charts are advantageous in the following ways. A lot of information can be displayed in an easy-to-understand format. Data can be presented in an attractive way to attract the attention of readers. A chart is more informative and enables us to take instant decisions by analyzing the data easily. Components of a chart. A chart can be understood without difficulty if it is clearly marked. There are many components of a chart. They are discussed below. Title. It describes the main purpose and content of the chart. X-axis. It is the horizontal axis of the chart. It is also known as the category axis. Y-axis. It is the vertical axis of the chart. The value of each data series is plotted on this axis. It is also known as the value axis. Data series. It is related to the set of values. It is represented by the bars or slices that have data values. Legend. It is a key which displays the symbols or colors used in the chart. Chart area. It includes all objects and elements of a chart. Grid lines. These can be either horizontal or vertical lines depending on the selected chart type. It makes it easier to read and understand the values. Plot area. It is a rectangular area which contains two axes. It carries the actual chart and includes the plotted data, data series, category and value axis. Types of charts. Excel provides numerous types of charts to present data in diverse ways. Let us discuss a few commonly used charts. Column chart. A column chart is used to display data in the form of vertical bars within a specified time period. These vertical bars are used to show comparison between categories which are represented by rectangles. The categories are typically organized along the horizontal axis and values along the vertical axis. Bar chart. A bar chart is used to display the data in the form of long rectangular rods, also called bars. The categories are represented on the vertical axis and values are represented on the horizontal axis. It is used to compare individual items and also highlights a comparison of values. A bar chart is also known as a histogram. Line chart. A line chart is a type of graph that displays continuous data at regular intervals. It is generally used to highlight the changes that take place in a value through a specified period of time. It is also known as a frequency polygon. Area chart. An area chart displays the quantitative magnitude of the data graphically over the time change. It also depicts the relationship of parts to a whole by displaying the sum of plotted values. Area chart emphasizes on the area between the line and the axis with the help of the colors, textures, hatchings, etc. These charts are based on the features of the line chart. Pie chart. A pie chart is shaped like a circle divided into slices, each slice showing the relative size of each value. The pie chart only displays one data series in the form of comparative charts. It is used when you want to emphasize on a significant element. Scatter chart. A scatter chart is also known as XY scatter plot chart. They show the correlations between the two sets of values. The X and Y axes are used to represent the data plots on the chart. Donut chart. A donut chart consists of more than one data series. Each ring represents one data series in this chart. It displays the relationship of parts to a whole. Creating a chart. The first step in creating a chart is collecting the data which will be displayed in the chart. To create a chart, follow the given steps. First, select the data range. Second, click on the Insert tab. Third, click on any chart type from the Charts group. Fourth, choose the desired chart. The chart will appear in the worksheet. Changing chart type. You can change the type of an existing chart at any time. Perform the following steps to change the chart type. First, select the chart and click on Design tab. Second, click on the Change Chart Type command. Third, click on Desired option. Here we choose Line option. Fourth, click on Line with Markers option. The chart will change to line chart as shown above. Setting the data range. The chart is created on the basis of data in the cell ranges, and when the data is updated within the range, it gets reflected in the chart immediately. However, when new rows and columns are added, they are not reflected in the charts. It can be done by following the given steps. First, select the chart and click on the Design tab. Second, click on the Select Data command in the Data group. Third, change the data range in the Chart Data Range text box. Fourth, click on OK button. Now the new data will be reflected in the charts as shown above. Moving and resizing the chart. We can move and resize the chart to make it easier to read. To move the chart, click on the blank area of the chart. Excel selects it automatically and surrounds it with borders and handles. Now click and drag the chart to the desired new location. To resize the chart, click on the blank area of the chart and position the mouse pointer over the handle of the chart. The mouse pointer changes to a two-sided arrow. Now click and drag it to resize. Changing background of the chart. Excel allows us to change the background of the chart we have created. To change the background, follow the given steps. First, select the chart. Second, click on the Format button. Third, click on the Format Selection command. Fourth, click on the Fill section. Fifth, click on the Picture or Texture Fill option button. You can also select various options present under the Fill section to change the color of the chart area.